Hi, I'm Landon Cox and I'm with the Sawdust website. I've been learning Eagle over the last few months with the help of some of these SparkFun classes that have been held up in Boulder. Along the way, Eagle I've found has some very kind of annoying quirks from a user interface point of view. It's definitely not something that's obvious right off the bat, and so as a new user I wanted to kind of show where I stumbled and also show you easily how to get over some of these things that you run into right off the bat. So this particular tutorial is on how to separate a label from a part so that you can finally adjust its position or even rotate it. So I'm going to start with an example which is an inductor out of the parts library of SparkFun. And I'm just going to click on that and put it in there. Now one of the first things is after you've inserted a part like that, you notice that there's another one stuck to your cursor. And if you want to get it kind of unstuck, you can just go up in here and hit stop. So I've done that. Now my cursor is free. I've got a nice inductor here, simple label. Let's say I rotate this part because in the schematic it needs to be oriented this way. I can easily rotate it that way, which is all intuitive enough so far. Problem is that this label is not horizontal anymore. It makes it harder to read, and I typically don't like to see vertical labels like that, especially on schematics. So one of the first things I wanted to do was rotate this label, even though this part got rotated in a separate operation. There's pretty much no way to select this label. The only selectable thing is this crosshair on the part. And so what Eagle gives you is, again, a non-intuitive operation. It's called smash. So if you click smash and then click the part, it will separate the two components. So it'll separate the label and the part itself. So no longer do you have only a crosshair for the part to select. You can see that there's a crosshair for the label now. And with that crosshair you can move it independently of the part. You notice that there's a line that goes to the part from the label. I just call that a tether. I don't know what the right term is for it, but it's still tethered to the part to indicate that that's associated with that part. Now you can either, while you're moving it like this, use your right mouse button to click and rotate. Each time you click, it rotates it. So I'm just clicking my right mouse button to get it to rotate around like that. The other thing you can do is you can click on the rotate here and then click the label and you get the same action. So that is one way to do it. Now some fine adjustments which are kind of nice are if you want to move that and set this label right on top of the inductor, you can select the move operation, which I did here, and then select the label. Now you notice that it just snaps to a grid. Whenever I move the cursor a little bit, it moves and snaps to a particular spot. If I hold down the Option key, this is on a Macintosh, but an Alt key on PC Windows. If you hold that down while you're moving it, it goes to a much finer grid or a much finer scale, so you can finally adjust where that label goes. And so I'm just going to drop it right there. Now I've got an inductor with a label, directly over the top of it, and it's horizontal and it's easy to read. So I hope that was enjoyable for you. If you would like to see more tutorials on Eagle and how to do some of these simple sorts of things that trip you up right at the beginning, come visit the sawdust.c-do.org website, and there should be some more tutorials for you there. Thanks a lot.